hell no. Been under investigation since insemination. It was my declaration that I take my reparations and then border incarceration. But when I hit that cobra, I seen the devil's elation. Paul Mason got me chasing my demons, thinking of all the reasons of why my dough keeps freezing. Bail money, lawyers, court costs and fines, child support, pure report. You wonder why I rhyme? Ooh, this life of mine, can it do without the crime and the bullshit charges? Come on, every time. I know you got a plan for me. Let it be seen. I know it ain't 9 to 5 or serving things. I promise to keep my life just like my slave thing. Father, to show me a way. What is my destiny? They say it's coming to an end, and I see it. So Uncle Luke make me a soldier. For what reason? If I go against this government, is it really treason? How many more prophets must die before we start believing? Unmasked this present existence. We want a king, unhappy and what? That's the reason why I sing. This noise I bring, taking care of the sickness within. The way the hibernating mass raise the sounds of the freedom brain.
That's my point, yo. This should be so funny because he got caught like 3 minutes later. Like he never even left the scene and got caught.
It's time for all the renegades to step up and get organized for real. If you ask me. But all that jumping out and just busting stuff up. I guess it gets something done, but
They're just gonna tax you for it later.
yeah, definitely do that. And it put the people out there real early that's actually willing to take some type of action without no type of plan and no type of action. Like you really want something to happen, you know what I mean? I feel as though you gotta get organized. Like they can get them. I don't know. I just think different because the right thing ain't gonna happen to them cops. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
But if motherfuckers sat back and played that shit slick, it could have got them niggas for real. So I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of stuff going on right now. From the Floyd massacre, murder by the racist cop, back to the Ahmaud Arbery lynching, because that's what happened to man. Like it was showing up old-fashioned lynching. Yo, I can't imagine the dread of being chased down by a bunch of crackers in pickup trucks with shotguns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just like it. It just feel like they was doing it. Woo! All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just imagine. Yo, that's really like black nightmare fuel, yo. Yo, that's the type of shit that nightmare is made of, yo, man. So that's real crazy. What y'all think about what's going on for real? Yeah, man.
Well, for me, I mean, it's just sad. Like, situations like this really hit different for me.
Why is that? Why you say they hit different though?
Well, you feel me, like, cause I've had, situations in my life and in my family's life, to where like certain, just one thing shake here, one thing shake there. You know what I'm saying? Myself or members of my family wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So thank the Lord that we are here. You feel me? But
oh yeah, my bad. It's gonna be a lot of dirt bike and motorcycle action going by tonight because
Baltimore is open, man.
And this is a main thoroughfare right here. You know what I mean? For some reason, this shit like stop signs at a certain point at night. Stop signs don't mean nothing. They just come straight through like this, like the North Avenue throughway or some shit like that. Like it's a back way. But go ahead, my bad, y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, so situations like this really hit different for me, personally. It's not right by any means. I feel like every officer involved needs to be charged, prosecuted, and sentenced. I feel like really and truly, there's only really one sentence that is really proper, and it's life, in my opinion. In my opinion. You took
Or
away-
death.
But I feel like that's just too easy though. I feel like that's too
Not
easy.
not really. All right. Long sentences. Long sentences for the ones that watched. And if Minnesota has the death penalty, I think yo should get death. I don't see it happening, but I think it should be on the table, which is not, because then what they charge or
They
what?
charge them with
With third degree, so-
and manslaughter.
So death wouldn't be on the table anyway. So the longest possible sentence for that. And I understand why the first degree to all that stuff can't be, you can't pursue that because he'll get off on that. You know what I'm saying? You have to pursue on what you're trying to charge him for. So I understand why. But I'm talking about philosophically and morally compared to what they do to other people, yo. Like, the look on your face is of sadism, you know, I mean, a masochism, yo. What is it? No, a sadism on his face. Like, he enjoyed inflicting the pain on him. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a serial killer type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen when I seen Main Man. You know what I mean? And, like, first of all, yo, like, I don't know if I said this to y'all before, but, like, Steven Jackson, like, really, like, one of my favorite players, yo. Like, Captain Jack is my guy, yo. Before even yo got popular on the internet or whatever, like, yo was my guy, yo. I used to just talk about yo all the time because I knew that yo was just as nice as everybody else. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff is opportunity and, you know what I mean, and fitting in and stuff like that. But beside that, yo, that shit really hit me when I seen him on the Breakfast Club. You had a Breakfast Club over the phone interview talking about it. Lloyd is like really actually one of your real friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's your main man or whatever. But back to the cops, yo. Like just like I'm not even gonna put our culture in this. The police, whatever you call them, culture, that shit gotta change, yo. Somehow that culture has to change. And all right, you being in the military, right? In the Navy, you understand the police culture better than an average person understand it. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the police culture, that culture of the man next to me and my unit is the most important thing, and then everything else, you know what I mean, come after that. Of course, we got protocols that we supposed to follow. But if we break those protocols, we're going to do everything else. We're going to protect the unit to a certain point till we can't do it no more. You know what I mean? And that shit really got to change when it, you know what I mean? Of course, it should change dealing with other people in the world other than U.S. citizens. But with dealing with a U.S. like a citizen, that shit got to change, yo. Like, it's really no protect and serve the average, you know what I mean? We citizens. We supposed to be citizens as black people, right? And there's no protecting and serving us. Because even if somebody is committing a crime, or you think they're committing a crime, right? It was not committing a crime, but even if you think they're committing a crime, right? Their job still supposed to be protecting that person until we find out what's going on. You know what I mean? Because they still is innocent until proven guilty. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So they still a citizen, they still a taxpayer, they still paying your shit and all that shit. So your responsibility is to safely, you know what I mean, find out what's going on. And if arresting is part of finding out what's going on, so be it. But you're supposed to do that in the most safe manner as possible. And they got them against us mentality. Them against black people, people of color, and them against even white people who they feel like is not worthy. You know what I'm saying? That's their attitude. Like, they actually at war against the people, yo. Like, we see that last night in that shit that happened here, yo. You know what I mean? When that lady got hit, yo. Like, all right, I didn't see people saying, but she swung on him and all that. That's a police. That's not a person in the street, first of all. All right, I understand fight protocol. You know what I mean? Somebody swing on you, you know what I mean? You feel like you're in danger, you know what I mean? You pop him, you know what I mean? Whatever, yada, yada. But he wasn't supposed to be fighting her, yo. He was supposed to be protecting and serving. First of all, nobody else was in danger. First of all, no other citizen was in danger because all of y'all got her surrounded.
The officer she punched didn't even react.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? The white officer that she was swinging on, you know what I mean? He was evading her punches. You know what I mean? So that gave the other officer the opportunity to go grab her. Like, it's no way that me as a person there's not a cop no better procedure than he knows as a police. You know what I mean? And I know good and well popping her in the head was not how you supposed to handle that particular situation. You know what I mean? You supposed to safely, you know what I mean, subdue her. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to subdue her, and y'all supposed to be calling female backup. I know that's and I know that's a part of the whole thing as far as arresting and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like that was a anger. You know what I mean? Oh, this bitch trying to fight on us mentality. That's what I seen. You know what I mean? That wasn't no. You know what I mean? Oh, this is how I'm going to stop this from happening. You know what I mean?
It's almost like, yo, she's trying to swing on my mans.
That's exactly what it was. You know what I mean? And my man going to see that I got him. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? So that's a gang / unit. You know what I mean? Protect this shit mentality, not protect the people mentality. You know what I mean? And until I see a video of a cop really protecting a citizen when another cop is doing wrong, yo, all of them bad, yo.
And that was going to be my next point. Like, you got a lot of these officers saying, like, oh, I'm not with this, or I joined the force to make a difference from inside. And I mean, that might be mentally your initial thing for real. But I've never seen an officer in broad daylight in the dark see another officer do some wild shit, and he check him on the spot. He or she check him on the spot. I've never seen it.
One of them cops up in Minnesota was supposed to show enough motherfucking Russian sickle that nigga up. Yo, he was supposed to Russian sickle him off of him, yo. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, Jam? Whatever your name was. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we supposed to be saying out there, yo. You know what I mean? Because he's committing a crime at that point. And you a police and you supposed to stop that crime, yo. The crime he committing is worse than the thing that y'all think he might have could have did, yo. Which what y'all think he might have could have did was a motherfucking fake $10 bill, which all of us has gotten, yo. I done got fake $10 bills, yo, and when I realized, when I tried to give it to somebody else by mistake, when I realized that shit, you know what I mean, I then went back to the spot and was like, yo, y'all got me, and it came from a store, yo. You know what I'm saying? It came from a store giving it to me, yo. So that shit is so possible, yo. But they so jumping. First conclusion is yo out here with counterfeit money out here trying to get it in. You know what I'm saying, yo? And that's the and that being the first conclusion is a motherfucking problem, yo. The first conclusion supposed to been how you think you got that bill, or how you get that bill, where that bill came from, not you got these bills, where it came from. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is wild, yo. And it's nothing new. It's just crazy for us to see it, you know what I mean, in HD, and that the shit is still fucking happening in 2020, yo. It's in their culture, yo. It's in that blue blood, yo. To when they see us, yo, for them to get us, yo. Serious, yo. So when they see us, yo, they saying first of all is, all right, that's a possible collar right there. You know what I mean? And then they break it down off of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing when they see us, yo, for real, yo. So when they see me in my work car, yo, they take a look at me and then they be like, all right, he working, you know what I mean? So it's not even worth me stopping him. He probably be doing something, but it's not even worth me stopping him because he working and that can backfire. You know what I mean? That's what they do when they see me. You know what I mean? When they see Bumba Clyde, Ross Clyde, you know what I mean, OG Ox over here, you know what I mean, they probably like, he probably got all of the pounds, you know what I mean, when they see him, you know what I mean. And he got a sub too on top of that, yo. Yo, you are more Jamaican than this tank top, yo.
I'm not gonna say no to that. I'm not gonna say no to that.
You more Jamaican than this tank top, yo. But with that being said, my bad for rambling, yo. But how you guys feeling about the situation?
All right, so let me clear some things up real quick, right? I have no understanding of the culture that they have. Now, I actually worked in security force in the Navy, not because I wanted to, but when 9/11 hit, I had to go.
All right. Well, let me clarify. Can you hold it for a second so I can clarify? All right, let me clarify and give a scenario. So there's not scenarios, right? Because I'm not talking about specifically brutality, right? But there are those scenarios where if some shit get out of hand, y'all gonna do y'all best to back each other up, especially if it's on like some foreign soil or something like that, right? In a place in a place that's next to a hostile place or something like that. You know what I mean?
Where I was at. Go ahead.
Right. So this a question now because it's coming from me assuming, and I'm trying to clear it up now. So are there not those scenarios to where as though y'all going to be like, fuck them, we sweep this shit under the rug, you know what I mean, get back on this boat, if they ask any questions, is this story and not and not what really happened?
Not in a protect and serve mode. That's what I was ready to say. So if we all out and we get into a bar brawl, yeah, we're going to get back and cover each other's backs. But when we got that uniform on,
Right.
and we all work in security force, all right, let me tell you like this. I was having a conversation.
So y'all telling on each other. When something wrong on missions, is military niggas telling on each other, or is they gonna get together in a unit and be like, this is what happened? If they do something that breaks what the really shit's supposed to be happening, that's what I'm saying.
The whole point I was making is, if you do such a thing, which you would have to be in a hostile, you would have to be in the shit before that even comes about.
Right. Because that's what I think about. Because I've never been in the military, so I'm always thinking of the shit, which what they say, you know what I mean?
20 years.
Right.
20 years is what they promise you if you fuck up like these cops do.
Okay.
So when they gave me that pistol and that rifle, they made me learn this thing called deadly force, the use of deadly force. You have to learn it frontwards and backwards. You have to be able to recite it, write it. You have to be able to pick up from the middle and go to the end. You got to be able to pick up from the middle and go back to the beginning of it. Once they know, once they know that you know the use of deadly force, this rule, you have to sign something that says you understand it. And from then on, you are subject to whatever consequence comes your way when you break it.
Right.
For instance, all of these cops shooting people and this and that, let me tell you something, and this is the God's honest truth. They actually, I was telling one of the guys at my job who doesn't happen to look like us, you know, because it's like, well, what if he was doing it? I said, let me tell you something. I was top flight security of the world, Craig.
Right, the real top flight security of the world.
So, and that wasn't my main job, but that was my job.
But you did it. It was one of your jobs, yeah.
If I was to use my gun and shoot at someone, and they haven't shot at me first, twice. Okay. The shit goes down, whatever. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to come and get me. And anybody else that was there that's seen it.
Right.
They're going to take me back and they're going to download me and be like, hey, we just want you to debrief us. No.
Debrief.
It's an interrogation. While I'm in that place, they've sent another team back to where I just was. And that team is sweeping the whole area. Now, if they find one of his shell cases and two of mine,
you're done.
I automatically, unequivocally, get 20 years in Leavenworth Penitentiary.
All right.
And this is the thing. They don't hide that. This is unknown.
Right,
they will
right.
tell you, before they hand you that pistol, you fuck this up, you're going to do a flat, straight 20. No days off. And that's it. So when you got the cops out here, willy-nilly, Yosemite Salmon it, I don't understand, because you're only in charge of the Western District. That's about this big.
Right.
I was in charge. I was in a country where they hated us.
Right.
And I still couldn't fuck up. And it was more dangerous. You riding around, you see like vandalism, graffiti that said "Down with Bush" or "Go Back to America." All that. This is where I'm at every day. But I still can't fuck this money up because it's 20 years. I was telling the guy that, and then next thing you know, another police shooting happened. And one of the guys who are still active military, I don't know this guy, he's in the army or whatever, but he put up a post and said, it's crazy. that these police can just get off shooting and going back to work, doing paperwork, or you get paid leave until you figure out whatever. And I'm out here, I gotta let somebody ring off at me 2 times.
Right.
Before I can even pull this thing out the holster.
Right.
But you can bang off at somebody and say, I thought, and then you cool with it. You still get your pension. So no, I don't have any understanding. Because when I was over there, and it's actually, the rule still stands. Actually, they have a documentary series, like a docu-series on Stars, about the people in the military who are doing 20 right now for deadly force violations and stuff like that. You're good. It's not, they're not being sarcastic. It's not a euphemism. They're not joking. They're not threatening. If I fuck up with this pistol, that is a wrap. They're going to download me. They're going to transport me. They're going to arraign me, and they're not going to release me. And by the time it's over, I'll have that hard-ass cot with the one blanket in Kentucky.
But see, all y'all knew that, and all y'all understood that, and all y'all knew it's not a threat.
Stacks.
It's not, nothing like that.
Stacks, what's up, man?
What's up,
Ain't nothing, man. I got you on my podcast right now, man. Hey, my man Will Comedian was in the he was in the Navy, yo, and he 100%, without ever saying what you said, just backed up what you said about the military needing to train the police, yo. You understand what I'm saying? You remember I came on the post and said, nah, that's not a good look. Can you hear me, yo? Yo.
Like I was saying, though, like, y'all understood that. And y'all knew that was a guaranteed fact. So in y'all mind,
facts.
right? So in y'all mind, when y'all out here in the trenches and in the midst of it, that's on your mind. That's a thought. Meanwhile, you got the police out here. I already know I can get away with it. I already know that the laws and the rules are willy-nilly. So if I fire off and pat, yo, I can beat it.
Yo.
At the most, they're gonna just have me sit at the desk.
What's good, brother?
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
I got my man Keith Stacks on the line right here, man. One of the best upcoming producers. Is it all right for me to state your profession, brother?
What's up, bro?
Ain't nothing. I was saying I'm on my podcast. Is it all right to state your profession?
Yeah, I was saying, what I was saying was, like, not like on our fighting tactics, but just how to deal with threats.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like with the actual rules to engagement, and he and my man Will just laid out the I guess I'll call it the 2-for-1 rules. You know what I mean? It's whereas though that the aggressor has to fire twice before you can even fire one bullet at somebody. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, it's not even that. It's like you just gotta know how to de-escalate a situation, bro, before that shit like get too serious.
Right.
And that's something I feel like they not being taught, or either they ignoring the shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we talking about right now. To where as though
we do some crazy ass shit right there. We going to jail, bro.
right, and that's
Your fans are blessed. Like they locking our ass up. So they ain't doing it with them. So maybe that's the reason too.
right. And it's funny you actually just repeated everything that he said. That's why I thought it was important that I give you a call, because we actually had like a little debate on that, and I didn't know the whole layout, you know what I mean, exactly of the rules of engagement or whatever. I just looked at it as military coming to train people that already act like they at war with us. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it.
Let me.
No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
There was a situation.
We got like a whole, like, we gotta go through a whole bunch bunch of steps before we can shoot at people, bro.
That's what I was getting to.
If you miss a step and they see that you missed one of them steps, your ass going to jail.
Hey, bro.
Straight up.
Yeah, this Will talking to you right now. This Will, the comedian. This the guy I was saying that was in the Navy.
Oh yeah, what's up, bro?
What's happening? Look, so I'm in class, right? I'm in class, and they had a question that they asked me. I failed it. So the guy said, if you on gate guard and you got a guy that's from this country running towards you with the long coat, he's holding it closed, he's running at you, what do you do? So the procedure is you say stop. If he don't stop, you gotta say it again. If he still don't stop, you say it in their language, which at that time, you know, I think it was Kif Autlak Suanar, but you had to say that so that just in case they didn't speak English. So once you say that, he said, well, what do you do after that? I said, well, I repeat it. He said, and what do you do after that? And he's still running at you full speed. I said, I'd probably just shoot his leg. He said, and you're going to jail. I said, how? I went through every procedure you told me. So if he's still running at me, what am I supposed to do? He said, tackle him. He said, you got to tackle him. What if he's deaf? No warning shot. If I, listen, my guy, if I pull that joint out and bust one, it don't matter if it's at you, around you, in the air, in the ground. If they don't find 2 shell casings from you busting at me, I'm going to jail. So the answer to the question was, I was supposed to tackle him and wrestle him and disable him. I said, well, what if he got the hot dogs across his chest? What if he armed up? He said, you in the military, that's what you signed up for, shorty. But you better not pull that pistol out. Because you're no longer going to be in the military. You're going to be an inmate.
It's bad PR. It's bad PR.
So
yeah, and you talking about an international incident at that point in time. And the thing that's going on right now, I ain't gonna hold you up too long, Stack. The thing that's going on right now is the stuff that's happening here is starting to turn into international incidents. And that's how things can move. You know what I mean? The fact that everything getting recorded and it's going across them airways. You know what I mean? So hopefully something can get done, man, for real. But and like once again, I had to hit you up and if anybody know what's the YouTube, man, because this is one of the baddest producers out here, man. Go ahead, spit the YouTube, and I'm gonna put it in the description also. But go ahead and say what the YouTube is.
This is beatzbystacks with Z's where the S is supposed to go.
All right, that's beatzbystacks with Z's where the S supposed to be at. And this is real ironic that your name is Stacks, and I was talking about my man Steven Jackson Stacks, and that's kind of how we got the Lloyd thing and how we got here to talk to you. So it's full circle, a complete cipher. You know what I mean? But that's what it is, man. But going back to I like what you said, and that's a great idea because everything that y'all saying are the military rules of engagement is in my heart. How I believe that the police are supposed to engage the everyday citizen. Like your job is not to go home. Your job is to protect and serve. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what? Honestly, like one of my best friends is a policeman. He a policeman. So they just not being taught that, bro. And that's something important, like.
bro, I don't think it's not that they being taught.
No, I think they're getting taught once they get in the street by some other bad cops, yo.
No, I think they're getting taught the right way, but they get out there and there's no punishment. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want as long as you feel like you're going to get away with it. Your conscience comes in when the consequence comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm out there and I'm on gate guard or I'm on the UT boat and I got that thing in my hand or whatever, I know one wrong move, I'm going.
Right.
So that's what when I deployed. So that's what I did. I did gate guard or whatever. So I gotta. This just like how serious it is, bro. if my caliber of weapon higher than, like, if somebody's shooting at me and my caliber of weapon higher than what they're shooting, I can't fire back.
Now that's a new one on me, because we only had 9mm, M4s, and shotguns, and then the heavy stuff was the 50s and the 60s.
So I was a 50 cal gunner, bro. So if somebody's shooting at me with an AK, I can't even shoot back. I just gotta duck down till they get done.
Oh yes, that's the other thing they teach you: cover and concealment.
Damn. I mean that's real. But yo, I'm glad I talked to you tonight, man. I'm gonna get back at you, man. And we still got some business that's on the table too. So I'm gonna get at you about that, bro.
When these cops do what they do,
all right, bro.
Shake my head.
All right, bro.
Because I'm like, yo, I was on a whole island with people that didn't rock with us. Not people I may see every day, all that. Nah. And at any given moment, they could just pop off. They popped off and burned down the McDonald's. I was riding in my car. I was going my way to go see somebody. I got up to the parking lot, and it was 400 of them out there, just ready to raise hell. What could I do? Bucker, you go home and call the person like, yo, don't open the door. It ain't me. They outside. You know what I'm saying? I like the things that they're doing, and I mean it ain't just about George, but that's the latest one. But the things that they're doing, my guy, I promise you, if 4 of them got 20 of them will stop. Because now it's like, oh shit, they for real out here. They really sending
Repeat that, y'all.
I said if 4 of them got to 20 of them will stop.
And I believe that. 20 of them will stop, yo. Like, yeah.
But you have to understand.
This you right now. Go ahead, yo.
Like, you gotta understand, like, you're working a district in a city of people you see every day. Y'all speak the same language. You know, everybody may got a different God, but we eat the same food.
Right.
So for you to be able to do what you're doing and say, oh, I'm scared for my life. I don't have the luxury of that excuse over in Bahrain. I don't have the luxury of, hey, Jenkins, yo, I need you to go ahead and put an extra bullet in my jump. No.
And it's like for real.
So,
the crazy part is, right, the difference between the amount of cops that are really truly in danger and the everyday citizen, and I'm talking about us everyday citizens that are in danger from the cops, the disparity is fucking crazy, yo. Like it's crazy, yo. The average criminal does not buck on a cop. It takes a super exceptional criminal to kill a cop, yo. You understand what I'm saying, yo? Like that's the apex of criminality, yo. And every criminal out here is not an apex criminal. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about the criminals.
Like I said, bro, that's why, you know, every time it's the same thing. And I hear the guys at my job, the first thing they do, it'll tell you what. Number one, there's no consequence. Number two, there's always an excuse made as to what the murdered was doing wrong. Like, for instance, the dude down in New Orleans was trying to put his hand over his pocket because he had a gun in it. Right or wrong, don't know if it was registered, I don't know, but it was a cop on him trying to hold him and another cop over top of him. Mm-hmm. Now, if he's trying to go, if you assume he's trying to go for his pistol, he just didn't want to roll over on it and have it go off in his pocket on some Plaxico shit. Right. But they dumped 4 of them in his chest at point blank range. Instead
of trying to subdue the gun. If they thought he had one.
If you really feel like he's going to do it and you're going to shoot him in the arm.
Right.
Shoot him in the leg. Like, let me tell you something. There's 2 things that will make you stop moving. One of them is the racking of a shotgun.
Yep.
If it's empty or full, if I rack that bitch, I guarantee you I have everybody's attention.
They say the familiarity of that sound, you know what I mean, can move mountains. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like, you hear that, you know it's real.
Right. The other thing that will make everybody stop moving.
It's a hot one.
No, a gunshot. Period. at close range, like when you're so close you feel the vibration, you're going to stop moving immediately. At least to turn around and see where the hell it came from so you don't run towards it.
Let's see what that AC sound like real quick, y'all. We'll turn that on, y'all.
So all of the things that they're doing are super extreme to where if I'm standing over you, I have my choice of where to put this thing. To put it in your chest, to hit you top dead center.
One more thing. I'm trying to fan off, y'all.
To hit, if I choose to go top dead center from this range, I could shoot one of your balls and not miss from here.
Right.
But that was a choice they made. Nothing's done about it. The only one I remember going to jail is the guy in South Carolina who shot the guy in the back. Clearly, the dude was running away, shot him in the back, killed him. Right. And that was on video.
And the chick that was off duty in Texas.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And the off-duty chick.
The wrong apartment.
Wrong apartment, right. Because I made that mistake never times.
Never times, yo.
So, my whole point is, I don't feel, any correlation between them and what we went through because we had consequences. You know what I'm saying? That was, I get the whole camaraderie. You're going to hold your mans down. Like, if we were all in the same.
Yo, for real?
We're going to fight at the club and we'll come home and say, we don't know shit.
Now that I have the
but
information.
When lives are lost, baby, I'm not going to jail with you.
Brother.
You my mans.
Brother, now that I got the information, yo, I see it in a whole different light, yo. And that's part of why I do this, yo, for real, yo. It's not to hear myself talk, yo. You know what I mean? If I wanted to hear myself talk, I sit in this bitch by myself. You know what I'm saying? And talk when shit that come to my brain, yo. It's for me when I'm assuming shit for motherfucker to be like, nah, yo, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? And even in the way you did it, you ain't never say that, but the way you did it, you know what I mean? It's the real. But while we on these criminal others and shit, yo, I was watching that Jeffrey Epstein documentary called Filthy Rich on Netflix. And so I'm compelled to, bring that shit up, yo, because I'm gonna get right to it. Yo, these motherfuckers with money, yo, like he like, it's like that shit like confirmed like all of the shit that people talk about, how nefarious, you know what I mean, the mega wealthy and Hollywood and all that stuff is, yo, like for real, yo. This I know y'all said y'all ain't see it, but the crux of it is this cat got rich off of making other motherfuckers rich. So already he was plugged in. Right. Just to start with it. He became a billionaire off of making other people money and billionaires and shit like that. You know what I mean? So yo was so plugged that along with his own sexual perversions, yo was able to pull out the sexual perversions of the other rich motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Find out what they was into, you know what I mean? And then plug them into it also, you know what I mean? Yo, like this cat was down, the story start with the cat down Palm Beach, Florida. You know what I mean? You know anything about Palm Beach, Florida? You know what I mean? Just think, you know what I mean? Super rich motherfuckers. Rick Ross.
Yes, I do know that part.
And them don't live in Palm Beach, Florida when they're in Miami. They live in some other part. So you got Palm Beach, Florida, and then you got West Palm Beach, which is the polar opposite on the white Spanish tip. You know what I'm saying? So you got South Baltimore on one side, and then you got what's the shit up by Charles Street where Gilman and all that shit.
I got you.
You know what I mean? You got that on the other side. Rolling Park and all that stuff on the other side. You know what I mean? So, and I know shit like this happen everywhere. You know what I mean? When I seen it, I was like, yo, really, this shit, yo, like, is too familiar, because even chicks that I didn't mess with didn't told me about shit that they went through when they was younger and shit. But yo would send a scout out, go find a young girl that was needy or whatever, you know what I mean? Bring him back to a spot, talking about he gonna give him $200 for the massage, and ended up, you know what I mean, on the rapey shit, you know what I mean? And then what he started doing was having them start scouting girls. Long story short, yo, they end up with this web of like hundreds and hundreds of girls, you know what I mean, that's on this train coming back to your spot in West Palm Beach, you know what I mean? And you're molesting them, yo, between like 14 and 17, you know what I mean? Because he like that age. Same, you know what I mean? R. Kelly shit, same shit, you know what I mean? And it got even deeper because this motherfucker own an island, yo, where he do even more wild shit on the island. So Florida, he do his regular wild shit in Florida. He started doing it there. Matter of fact, he got jammed up. Palm Beach prosecuted him. It ended up getting played out. He ended up doing 18 months. Cause he got fed plugs, ended up doing 18 months work release. You know what I mean? So he checking in and out of the jail. He had this big ass tower, and they bringing little girls to the tower for him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then back to the fucking island. You know what I mean? He get hot in America. He got an island and planes and shit. Yo, he camaradeing with Trump, Bill Clinton. You understand what I'm saying? Like all on the island with him, footage, all that shit. You know what I mean? Everybody that know that shit call it Pedophile Island. He tried naming that himself, St. Jeffrey Island. You know what I'm saying? But everybody call it Pedophile Island, where he just bringing girls in. Everybody that's rich fucking with him. You know what I mean? Like they don't have no proof that everybody fuck with the young girls there, but they doing some wild ass party and shit there, and you connected with them, so you just as guilty if you fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know he got locked up and all that shit. You know what I mean? And this motherfucker hang himself in prison and shit. You know what I mean? But they got him in jail. Like his cellmate, this big ass, cocky, white, dirty cop. He dies of his neck being snapped. You know what I'm saying?
You knew too much.
They whacked him, yo.
That's what I said. You knew too much.
They straight whacked him. He was gonna bring all their asses down if they let him go to jail, yo. They either whacked him or his death got fake. I mean, they faked his death. One of the two.
Nah, they whacked.
I need to go watch.
See, I knew about that shit, about the killing shit before I knew the scope of what he was doing on the island. But when I seen that motherfucking cellmate, yo, the cellmate is your worst nightmare as a black man for a cop. This motherfucker look like the white ugly rock, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's how this motherfucker look, yo. Like the white ugly rock, yo. You know what I mean? And I'm glad they made this documentary because you heard a lot of whatabouts when the R. Kelly shit was out. And when I first seen it, I was like, yo, this motherfucker worse than R. Kelly, yo. But I came to the conclusion of R. Kelly just ain't have as much money as him to get as wild as he got.
See, yo,
my man had bitches locked up and like.
No, they the same person. And watching that shit, they are the same exact person. Only difference is R. Kelly is a lot more stylish than him. You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference. Is Kel's. Let me finish. Kel's. The girls actually really like him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. They not disgusted by him. So once he start messing with him and stuff, you know what I mean? They actually a lot of them they enjoy it, even though how it started was wrong. You know what I'm saying? They start kind of enjoying the lifestyle, and then a lot of them got the promise of getting on and all that shit. And getting in the lab and all that shit. So, but it's the same thing because both of them are mesmerizing the bitches with something. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, because the little girls. You know what I mean? The little girls with something. I'm not talking about the 21-year-olds that volunteered for the shit. I'm talking about the 14 and 15-year-olds. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
All I'm saying is, yo, I haven't watched it.
Right.
But my only knock on what you said is R. Kelly was as much of a monster as the parents allowed him to be.
We're not talking about that because guess what? Guess what?
What?
It was a lot of that same shit with Jeffrey Epstein, yo.
Oh, well, then they're the same person.
A
No,
lot-
I'm saying, like, when people say, look what he did to Aaliyah. You mean what, for her mother and father sitting right there?
Yo,
Yeah, definitely
it's
signed
the
off.
exact same
Signed off
thing.
on the
That's
fake
how he
paperwork,
was.
right?
That's how Epstein was getting away with so much
Okay.
because he had so much money and influence. He had, along with the vagabond chicks that he was doing in Florida. The Florida shit was the vagabond shit. The island shit was, let me buy your daughter. That was the island shit. Spain over Spain. You know what I mean? He telling the motherfucker, you know, I'll give you such and such for your daughter. Motherfucker ship over to the island. So exact same guy.
thing,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Exact same guy. Only difference is that R. Kelly's a stud.
Meaning what?
The original meaning of stud. You know what I mean? The original meaning of stud was, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The guy that can actually get bitches.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because R. Kelly could get broads without being. Cause that proves that he's sick because he didn't need to do that to get women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That proves Jeffrey Epstein didn't need that to get women. You know what I mean? So they had a sickness that made them want to get. You know what I mean?
Little girls.
Girls. You know what I mean? So Epstein and Cows, yo, they're the same person, yo. And I'm glad they did this. You know what I mean? Just so we can get the whatabouts out the way and keep on doing it. You know what I mean? If Russell ain't right, you know what I mean, get him up out of there too, you know what I mean? Cause it's a line that has to be drawn. There's certain things that happened in the past that shouldn't be held too much against people if they showed that they changed. Like, you know what I mean, the lines of sexual harassment used to be different.
A lot.
Between adults used to be different. So that has to be taken into consideration. But the line of messing with children, that ain't been since the 1900s that started. You know what I mean? Where if you're 30, you can have a 14-year-old wife. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, there's states you can still do it, but it's technicalities, you know, the shit that R. Kelly tried to do. But we know that you ain't supposed to mess with nothing. I don't even care if you're 30, you don't even mess with an 18-year-old. If a motherfucker that be like, but she 18, that ain't right either. That's just legal. That's all it is legal. The law don't make it moral, y'all. But unless y'all got something else to say, let's get to something a little more pleasant for us to talk about. Is that all right with y'all?
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that, man. We can do that.
All right. So I know we had that top. What was it, top 15 NBA list?
Yeah, so ESPN did this thing with First Take. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, especially Stephen A. is my guy. They was doing.
You said Stephen A. your guy?
Listen, man, Stephen A. is my guy, man. Straight up and down, yo.
I ain't going.
Do I agree with everything he say? Hell no.
I ain't going throw dirt on Stephen A. yo, because there was a time that he was my guy too, like that. But he showed some weird tendencies. But go ahead, yo.
Yeah, but so they did this top 15 NBA players of right now. So I start from 15, work my way up to 1. So at 15, we got Jimmy Butler. 14, we have Kyrie Irving.
Hold on, I gotta say something. That 15 Jimmy Butler, that's what's gonna fuck this list up when you get up further. He shared it with me, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so we got Paul George at 13. 12, we got Russell Westbrook. 11, Joel Embiid. 10, we got Nikola Jokic. Number 9, we got Big Dame Lillard, Big Game Dame. 8, we got Luka. 7, we got Anthony Davis. 6, James Harden. 5, Steph Curry. 4, Kawhi Leonard. 3, Kevin Durant. 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And number 1 is your man LeBron James.
Big Game James.
The Kang.
Do I have a problem with that 15?
So, my question is
No.
there anybody else that belongs on that 15, and who would you remove?
Chris Paul belong on that list.
And who's getting off it?
The top 15 today.
Go through that top list again.
Jimmy, I'm starting 15. Jimmy, Kyrie, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Embiid, Jokic, Dame, Luka, AD, James, Steph, Kawhi, Kevin, Giannis, LeBron.
I got a problem with Kyrie, but go ahead.
I got a problem with Kyrie too because I think Chris Paul better than Kyrie.
I got a problem with Kyrie because Kyrie don't stay on the court long enough. You can't be the top 15 if your health is questionable week to week.
I feel you on that, and I just think Chris Paul is better than Kyrie, yo.
As a point guard, yes.
Because I think
as a teammate, no. Well, no, because Kyrie ain't that shit worth a teammate either.
I think if Chris Paul was on them teams with LeBron, yo, they would have won at least one championship like him and Kyrie did.
I do believe that. I do believe that. He's
So
a better all around point guard.
I just think because Chris
he's
Paul
also hurt a lot too.
He is.
So you kind of trade.
But I'm going off of what we just seen in this last season, and Chris Paul had them boys balled.
Yes.
OKC.
Brand new motherfuckers around, all that shit, balling.
Which okay.
So
Chris Paul came out of what, Wake Forest?
But
when they were making.
But playing with LeBron, he's not gonna control the game like that, yo. Because LeBron's gonna be the one to control the game.
All right.
Straight up and down.
All right.
But if you got Chris Paul,
all right. I just finished the other day. Right, watching the Redeem team, right? And when there's a hierarchy of point guards, LeBron will play off the ball, and he's going to turn into one of the best off the ball. When there's a real hierarchy, I ain't talking about Rondo. I'm talking about
don't do that to Rondo.
Chris. Rondo not that no more, y'all.
But you're going to be asking him to do the same thing, though.
But another thing you have to realize is Chris Paul is underrated off the ball. The problem with playing with Harden was Harden would stand around when Chris Paul had the ball. Chris Paul didn't stand around when Harden had the ball. Chris Paul was an excellent catch and shooter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So those moments at the end of the game,
that's when Chris
imagine
Paul
LeBron and Chris Paul in the pick and roll.
Yeah, I give you that. But what I'm saying is...
So if you understand basketball, the pick and roll and pick and pop not only gives the the guy with the ball the opportunity to make a play. It gives the guy that comes off of the pick the opportunity to make a play with a wide open LeBron at the top of the key on the pick and pop attacking also. So they gonna find a way to play together if them niggas play together, trust me.
I get what you're saying. I just feel like to maximize both of them. Like, I feel like him, LeBron, and Kyrie. I'm talking about to maximize everybody's strengths.
You know when Chris Paul also plays heavy minutes with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also, right?
Yo, but Chris Paul's gonna dominate the pill.
He's not always dominating the pill when he playing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Down the late game, he is.
Yeah, so that's good. Isn't that what LeBron had Kyrie for?
No, LeBron's gonna make the decision to give the ball.
I just disagree, y'all.
Yo, okay.
When certain players play together, yo, it's going to happen, yo. Trust me, yo. And when Chris Paul go to LA, because that's what's going to end up happening. Y'all going to see.
This man is in year 17. What the fuck?
It don't matter, yo. They hoopers, yo. We not going to go through this again, yo. If niggas healthy, they got that H. What you think them niggas doing right now?
Yo, if you say
HGH, they getting that Lance Armstrong in them right now, yo.
That nigga lost the ball behind that shit. You better stop.
You understand what I'm saying, yo? Not the new shit. Not the new shit. That's from being on that bike too, yo. The bike fucks your nuts up, yo.
You know the funny part? There's a lot of niggas in that race. He the only one with one ball.
No, he not. Trust me. Them niggas nuts rock all the time, yo.
I'm just saying, yo. This man is in year 17.
And there's a thing too. Y'all can Google this after we leave.
That Jam come out, he done.
When you ride them bikes a lot, your shit, that shit be pressure on your gooch and shit, and your shit don't be right. Check it out, and you can Google it. Trust me, yo. They always trying to revolutionize bike seats, yo.
This nigga be the funniest nigga in the world, yo. Yo, this nigga be Googling.
I ain't Google shit, I just know. Yo, trust me, yo. If y'all Google that shit, they always trying to revolutionize bike shit since that shit is detrimental to your gooch nuts area, yo. But that list, the list is straight, yo. Because
Kyrie got to come off of that list.
You said Kyrie?
Yes.
And Chris Paul is the one I would put on there. But
I
other
put
than
Klay
that,
Thompson on there before I put Kyrie on there.
Really?
He's more durable.
We talking about the best players. We talking about Kevin Durant on his list. He didn't play 1 minute all year. We ain't talking about Durant.
and he got a history of
We
injury
don't
for
have
it.
the history. What I'm saying is, you putting Kyrie on there, right? And Kyrie, either he's hurt or he's hawking.
But they made this list based on everybody fully healthy.
Right.
We ain't talking about none of that.
I still don't want Kyrie. I would still take somebody. Kyrie wants to play the two so bad.
Because that's what he do. His best attribute is scoring the pill. He's better off with a true point guard.
All right. Healthy. I have no problem with the list, but I think as of this past year, what Chris Paul did with OKC, I think he belongs on there before Kyrie. But I'm not gonna fight Kyrie being on there. But I got a slight problem with the order. You know what I mean? Because who was that like around 13, 14? What was
13 is Paul George, 12 is Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook belong higher than a lot of them niggas, yo.
Why?
Who?
Jokic, there's a couple niggas on there he belong higher.
Jokic? I'll take Jokic over Westbrook any damn day.
Jokic gets his ass bust, yo.
Yeah, I don't know.
He gets his ass bust. He's gonna be one of the most exposed players in the NBA over the next couple years. Trust me, yo.
Yo, this man just got put out the playoffs in round 1 again by getting his ass bust by Dame time. Russell Westbrook.
Damian Lillard is a superstar who plays in a very small market, yo.
And he's higher on the list than Westbrook.
But what I'm
not
saying is,
saying
you're
put him
saying
over Dame.
Jokic gets his ass bust. I'm saying Steph done bust his ass. Dame done waved
I'm
him
talking
out.
about Jokic literally gets his ass bust, like individually.
So he's all O and no D. I mean, I'm not saying he does play a lot of D. I'm not going there at all.
You don't.
I'm just
To
saying.
me, he's a detriment to their defense.
Okay, but on the offense, I got everybody running like a well-oiled machine. See, you can't say it about Jokic and not say it about Melo. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, "Oh, that man don't play no D,"
Melo not on this list.
I understand that, but the same complaints you got for Melo.
Melo used to be on them lists, and we used to have these same debates where he at.
Right. Well, Jokic is doing the same thing that man's doing.
I just got Westbrook over him, yo. That's all I'm saying, yo. I just got Westbrook.
He's playing a
over
lot
him.
better than he did, but
I just got Westbrook over
Westbrook
Jokic.
because Westbrook, he creates the same problem everywhere he go. He just stopped doing it. He literally just stopped doing it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was so waiting to see like the playoffs and stuff. Just with the way that they had formed that Houston team, to where they really had 4 shooters, and Russell really is the big man. If you really think about it, he's grabbing 10 boards tonight. You feel me? And he might shoot 1 3 tonight, maybe.
That's what I'm talking about, right there. What you said.
Everything else.
He stopped that dumb shit.
D'Antoni, you motherfuckers might not like him. They might call him Antony, whatever. But he is a revolutionary coach, yo.
Yeah.
He will
His offensive
cater what he got to what he doing, yo.
Listen,
And
that
that's the
knows,
best kind of coach, you know what I mean?
Okay, you can only play D one of 2 ways. You can actually strap up, or you go out there run the bands up and make them catch you.
Right.
That's it.
That's his goal. Right?
So that's all he's going to do. I'm not worried. Just stay in front of your man. Don't commit too many dumb fouls. If they score, they score. But get your ass back down there. We're going to run the bands up. And the only defense we playing is on this goddamn scoreboard.
Right.
And that's fine. But as far as, Westbrook goes, he just started doing this.
But this is the first time he's been put in a position like this. He's never played on a team where he's got 4 shooters and he's the nigga getting the buckets down low. The floor is wide open, yo. Got Rudy Gobert trying to guard this man, yo. What are we talking about?
Right.
So you telling me the floor wasn't spaced with him, Paulie G, and Melo.
And Steven Adams.
Steven Adams anchors the bottom.
It wasn't.
My point.
Watch this.
Say it again. Say it again.
Steven Adams anchors the bottom.
Who anchors the bottom in Houston?
It was Clint.
It was.
What's the
Russell.
common denominator here is D'Antoni and the coaches that they had in OKC not catering the situation for team success. The OKC coaches catered it for Westbrook's success.
Agreed.
But not for how the
success.
team can be successful.
Because nobody, and this is my only knock on Kevin Durant. I know I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but, close, my brother. He think Kevin Durant is the biggest whore in the world for going to the team that beat him and took him.
Right.
Okay. I don't think it's because of that. I love Kevin Durant. That motherfucker's a pure baller.
Right.
Front ways and back ways.
He nice.
But the fact that he wouldn't pull that man to the side and say, my guy, do you know what my name is on IG? It's the Easy Money Sniper.
Right.
Feed the sniper.
Quick aside on KD. I remember when he was in Seattle, right? And they was training, they was building him up. Cause you remember his biggest thing was he was real skinny. You know what I mean? So I remember watching a video. It was either on ESPN, on there or on YouTube or something at the time. I don't remember where I saw the video or I saw the content. But I remember his trainer saying, I'm training him to play like Allen Iverson.
I never saw it.
It's clear as day in his game, yeah.
I get that. But I'm saying that has
Oh, you never
nothing
saw
to do-
that?
No, I never saw him say that.
Oh yeah, but what I was just saying though, that because the other day, I don't know if you know who Famous Los is. You know who Famous Los is?
Yeah.
He did a video showing KD double cross. He called it double heaney.
Yeah,
Right. And when I saw that,
Those are videos you be sending me? Famous look? Yes.
all right. So when I saw that video, it took me back to remembering that dude that training to play like Iverson. Because in that video, he was looking just like AI.
He's just 7 foot.
Just 7 feet. And that's what the guy said. He said, but he's going to be more efficient.
Okay.
Best score ever.
All right, but back to what you were saying. I wasn't debating it or something.
Ayo,
It just
my
it just
cousin
made me
playing
think
with
about
right
them.
now, yo.
It just made me think about that.
No, did you see what he just did?
No, what's that?
He just looked at the paper and was like, best score ever.
Straight up.
So, him versus MJ, he's better than MJ scoring?
Easiest score ever.
He's more efficient than MJ.
That is true.
I can get it in more ways than MJ.
The turnaround, MJ.
Easiest score ever.
Well,
Because
he's better at the three.
just purely easiest score ever because if he played with the same intensity as MJ,
He averaged 40 a night. Yo.
he would average 40 instead of, you know what I mean?
Listen, I throw my hands up to that.
So
That's
so
true.
I would say the easiest
but
score ever.
But what I'm saying is, as far as Westbrook and him and Westbrook and George, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to say, like, oh, Kevin Durant's a whole, blah, 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 blah. Personally, I think he should have went to the Clippers and they'd have won a chip.
Yeah.
That same year he left and came here, I think he went to the Clippers.
I ain't saying he a whole.
And I get that.
He willing to do whatever
But
snaky or whatever shit he need to do to get it done.
But
I
what
ain't
I'm
saying
saying is, the thing that I don't like, the one thing I don't like, is the fact that he couldn't walk up to his teammate and say, bro,
right,
you keep leaving me on the island in the Arctic. I'm freezing out here.
right.
You gotta hit me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I am the best scorer on this team. We know that.
Right.
You are athletic as shit. You are the Energizer Bunny. But this right here, this got a scope on it.
Right.
But he wouldn't do it. But then again, back to Russell, you didn't learn your lesson. You lost the best scorer in the league because of the way you played.
Right.
Then turned around, you went 11 for 31. When the best scorer on your team, Paul George, went 12 for 16. You're doing the same shit.
Let me give you a scenario then, right?
Please.
Because we're going back to the difference of what D'Antoni is doing with Westbrook. Even though it's not the same exact thing, it's similar to what Larry Brown did with Allen Iverson by moving him to the wing as opposed to him being the primary ball handler the whole time. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
So,
but they both played a 1.
listen to what I'm saying. So, Westbrook know how to play one way, right?
Yep.
So, have him play that one way without having him have the responsibility of running the team. That's all that D'Antoni do.
Cause James run that team. Man.
Along with a concerted effort not to be firing dumbass threes. So that's the one thing.
That's the one thing he took away. Stop shooting all them stupid ass threes you missing.
Yeah.
And now you become.
That's
what?
not the one thing he took away.
That's
He also took away the responsibility of being the primary
James is the point guard.
ball handler for the team.
James Harden is the point guard, yo.
That's just as important as him not shooting a bunch of threes.
Agreed.
Because as the slasher finisher, like he said, he the big man now. His positions is not for him to shoot threes. It's for him to see a wide open lane to the basket. Like, damn, that motherfucker, yam, or you know what I mean, come off the wing, or you know what I mean, whatever.
Get his mid-range jumpers and all that.
And now he's actually a pretty good wide open catch and shoot 3-pointer shooter, because if you look at all his percentages, that's probably where he's his best 3-point shots are. He's not bringing the ball up the court, yanking it no more. He wide open in the corner every once in a while because they scared he going to drive, and now he could be like, you know what I mean, and hit one every once in a while because he wide open. Every person in the NBA can hit some wide open threes. I'm not even talking about every guard. I'm talking about every person in the NBA can hit some wide open corner threes.
Think about when he's going to take them threes in the game. He's probably already done got a couple buckets at the rim. His blood flowing, his juices flowing. He's in a rhythm by the time he take that first 3 attempt.
Right.
If he going to take it. You feel what I'm saying? He's really only got, coming up the court, he's really only got the ball in his hand, yo. If he catch the board or a nigga catch it off the rebound and outlet it to him on a fast break.
And D'Antoni's concession in the offense is
run.
No, his concession to Westbrook is Westbrook pretty much the only one to take any mid-range shots.
Yeah.
Because you know his offense don't contain no mid-range. You know what I'm saying? So Westbrook pretty much can take.
That's so funny you say that. Do you watch that Game of Zones? Did you see the Game of Zones this season?
I didn't watch it this season.
They did a little thing where D'Antoni was like, we're going to be more efficient, so we're going to take shots here at the rim or way back here.
Right.
So when you said it, it's funny because it's true, because everybody knows it apparently. There is no mid-range.
Well,
but Russell is the mid-range.
Yeah, it's really a trend in the whole NBA. But D'Antoni's is
so dangerous because he doesn't fall for that.
Yeah.
Like,
and also what makes Zion so dangerous too, because he's going to destroy everything inside the 3-point line.
But if Zion can ever develop just a mid-range game, he's going to develop some type of catch and shoot 3-ball game. I feel like he already got that. I feel like not enough though. Not enough to really make me respect it on a nightly basis. Not enough. But
he'll give you 2 or 3 of them.
I think the cool thing is that they leave it to him wide open.
That's what I'm saying. But when he's wide, he'll shoot that left-handed J in a minute.
But when he came out that first night and he hit like 3 threes his first game, he didn't take another 3 for like 10 games straight.
He didn't take another 3, right?
But my point in saying that is, you feel me? He's not even like looking for that. I don't even know if he really has enough confidence just to shoot 1 or 2 a game.
I think he does.
Let me get this one. Me and my brother, we were arguing about, at the time, Blake Griffin, who was the best power forward in the league at the time.
Right. He's still one of the best.
And he was like, yo, this nigga can't
and
shoot.
Blake better than a lot of niggas on that list.
He said,
fully healthy, yeah, I agree.
Fully healthy. He said Blake is cool, but Blake can't shoot. I said to him,
he can't dance.
I said, you always shoot. The only thing is, if I know that you can't fuck with these feet, and these feet gonna get to the rim every time, that's the shot I'm taking. Why am I taking a jumper just to take it when I know neither one of you 2 niggas can beat me to the rim anyway? You see what I'm saying? So then now that he's shooting, everybody like, oh shit, he developed a jump. I always had it. I'm just older.
Yeah, but if Zion can develop his jumper within the next 2 or 3 years to where Blake says now, MVP.
Yeah.
He MVP.
Easy.
If he can, but it took Blake to damn near Detroit to develop to the point where he got a pull-up jumper now out the step back.
He had it before he left LA.
Yeah, he had it.
Out the step back and out the Yemi and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, when him and Chris Paul was running that shit up, Matt Barnes and
Actually, you're right. And a lot of it was when Chris Paul wasn't healthy.
But what I'm saying,
When he was pretty much running the point.
Do you really think this motherfucker who was like the #1 pick overall didn't have a goddamn jump? That's crazy to get a motherfucker that can only do.
I mean, #1 pick though, be that don't mean you got a
just
jumper.
saying,
But
what I'm saying
I'm not
get what I'm
debating.
saying?
Yeah, I'm not debating. Yeah.
Right. So of course he got it, but I'll only use it if I have to, and you ain't gonna make me use it.
It was a confidence thing too.
Yes, my confidence is I can pack this pill just enough, and these feet work just enough, and these bunnies are out of this world. So even if I don't get all the way to the rim, I'll be high enough to just throw it in there like I'm throwing trash away.
Right.
You can't stop that. You can't stop that. So until you prove you can, that's where you're going to have to meet me every night. Now, once y'all start doing double team shit, I got to pass and do this, that, whatever. Or, okay,
And
I'm a little
Blake
older.
passing is super underrated.
Right.
You'll
But
always
what
go
I'm
to that
saying is, now I'm a little older. These knees, they still do it. I feel something there. Let me hit this jumper real quick, get this motherfucker off me.
Right.
But I'm saying, basically what I was saying is, I don't think Zion doesn't have a jumper. I just don't think nobody can make him use it.
It ain't. Zion jumper ain't pure league ready yet.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
that's how I
Yes,
feel.
yes.
He can't lean on his jumper yet.
No.
If he get that Karl Malone shit,
it'd be a
Right.
fucking issue.
right. Now I'm not saying
but
I'm
I
not
want
saying
him to do
Blake
it fast before he lose some of the bunnies. I want him to have all the bunnies and the jumper.
right. But what I'm saying is with Blake, I wasn't saying that Blake was just gonna go out there and go 12 for 13 from the
Right.
goddamn arc or nothing. But
Right.
what I was saying is, I always knew he had a jumper. That's the first thing. You don't work on dunking until you can. You
All right.
always shoot. Niggas always learn how to shoot first.
Example. When you got the jumper, right? If you run the same play 5 times in a row that lead to you getting a jumper, and you go to it every time because you know if I get this shot, I'm gonna hit that bitch. That's when your jumper league ready. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. I'm not. We're not debating right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's when your jumper league ready.
But yeah,
Like me, I know if I get the ball in a certain spot, right?
Mhm.
I know that is a high percentage that I'm gonna hit that motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Blocks.
Like me
Okay.
right now.
Right on the block.
Like right now, no. Niggas know. Niggas that who with me know. They know where to get me the ball. They know. Like niggas like literally, like it get to a point where niggas damn near literally just they start running plays for me and shit. But we gonna leave it at that. You been working out? All right.
Told you I feel the need to, yo.
All right, that's what it is.
That's why I said
What else? What else we had on that on that basketball tip, yo?
Let me see. We're talking about
It was
Yeah.
top 15 and it was
Yeah.
something else.
KD being the best scorer ever.
Oh, we already.
And then I also want to talk about them reseeding the playoffs, the possibility.
The reseeding, that's what it was.
Yeah,
the
So,
the
all right,
reseeding.
so y'all gonna have to explain the whole reseeding thing. Are you saying that they're
Taking
gonna seed it
the top
strictly
16.
by your record,
Yeah.
Yep. Records.
not East and West?
No.
Nope.
Straight
Strictly
top
records.
16.
That's gonna be
one play
fucking
16.
crazy.
One play
You
16.
ain't on some NCAA type shit.
Yep.
Yo, let me tell you something. You know why that's not gonna work out?
Why?
It's travel. That's the only thing. Like
No, it's not a travel issue because they not playing at home. They got 2 sites.
In Orlando.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about as far as why they haven't been implemented in it. Because they've been talking about this for a while. It's not the first year they've talked about it. It hasn't been done up to this point because of logistics. Because
It's only gonna be for this year. They're not gonna start it.
All
I think
right.
it's just gonna be for this year.
Let me say this,
Then
right?
why change it?
I like it. I like the idea, right?
Because of what's going on. The world changed right now. Yeah.
Because of the fact that depending on who draft you, you know what I'm saying, you can make the playoffs strictly because you're in a bum ass conference. Like the Eastern Conference, usually
over the
has,
last a period of time, it's been the wackest conference.
I'm just getting to one point though. Usually in that playoff bracket, there's at least one or two teams in the Eastern Conference playoff bracket that are below 500.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like
Most
8, 7, definitely below 500. 6 might be 500, and then everybody else, right? But over in the West, the lowest motherfucker team on my conference bracket
Like 5 games above.
is 5. Thank you. I was gonna say you read my mind. 5 games above 500. That's the lowest man on my team.
Right.
How do you, other than the fact that we're doing it by conference, how do you validate this subpar team actually getting playoff checks?
Right.
You haven't done enough because you don't have the record that proves it. But at the same time, because of how it's set up, yes, our bum ass is going to get at least 4 playoff checks before we get swept the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I do like that part. But I just don't think that it's going to pan out well.
Why?
Why not? Okay, let me retry. I'm not going to say it's not going to pan out well.
I think for a temporary solution for this year, it's a great idea.
Right. To get
but I don't. As far as doing it for going
that
forward,
are in the East, there's going to be a complaint because now it's like, well, I made number 8 over here. No, my record ain't that, but that ain't how it usually went. Change is the hardest thing to do. This year, change is going to be easy because we're so thirsty for sports. We'll start watching bum fights again.
the teams that are left out this year, I don't think they're going to have a problem going into the lottery. Even if they did it for the next couple years, because first of all, a lot of teams not going to mind being in the Emoni Bates sweepstakes, and
that's baby Durant.
within the next couple years.
Shorty is cold.
I don't know if he's 21 or 22.
He's going into like his junior year up at this school, like Lincoln High School up in
So
Michigan.
that makes sense.
So he's going to be the one going to the G League for the 500.
No.
He's going to his junior year of high school.
Right. What I'm saying.
No, listen to me. No, listen to me. This is the one that they're about to change the rules back for.
That's baby Durant.
So that you can come straight out of high school.
Okay.
All of this shit right now that's leading up to them coming straight out of high school is so that he can come straight out of high school to go to the NBA. That's how serious.
Tell me the only.
If they ain't changing for Zion, they definitely not gonna change.
Hold on, no.
You're not listening to me. He's better than Zion.
Listen.
So is John Morant.
No. Listen.
You're not listening, yo.
What 14-year-old freshman do you know is Gatorade Player of the Year nationally?
What?
Yes. This nigga's not a game.
Yo, he's 6'8" right now.
At 14, he's 6'8".
No, he's going into his junior year.
Oh, okay.
He's 6'8" right now. I can't describe his game because he do everything.
Well, it's baby Durant, yo.
He's better than Durant at that point.
You do understand. Now, I'm going to give you a quick history lesson.
I'm not going to say
Every time they say baby Jordan, that guy turns out to be the opposite. He's like the Benjamin Buttons of Jordan.
Not really, because they were saying they was putting all these babies in comparison on Zion too, yo.
I never heard that.
I heard the Barclays, I heard the
But I did hear he was Charles Barkley-ish.
the boy moved just like Durant.
But Durant didn't move like Durant at that age. That's the point I'm trying to make, yo.
I get you that. I'm not even going to argue that. The boy was a 14-year-old freshman. Was National Gatorade Player of the Year.
Oh!
It's a lot. That boy scores the pill. He's going to get it in any way. Shoot it to the lane, whatever you want.
Step back.
Yeah. No, tell me he don't look just like Durant, yo.
Let me see him play D.
But he can run the point, though. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Durant can run the point?
No.
Nobody's stripping Durant, yo.
I didn't say that. But you can't actually have him playing the point. You can have Shorty playing the point. Like, he literally does it. Even though Durant started off as a point guard.
Well, AD started as a 2, and so did Shaq. my dear God. Oh my God.
Yeah, shorty cold, yo.
Yo, that shit is a fucking rifle he got.
That shit like 15 minutes long.
I'm not watching the whole 15 minutes.
Yeah,
He destroyed
yeah.
27,000 people already.
Yeah, but Emoni base is definitely that deal, yo. Anybody who ain't seen it, they need to see it.
I'm,
you know what I mean?
literally watching it now.
If you don't believe it, you know what I mean, just
And
I just say just wait, you know what I mean?
That rock pad is crazy. Ooh, still.
Yeah. At 6'8", 6'9", going into the
Okay, now they showing him play D.
Yeah, so you feel like they're gonna change the rule back to straight out of high school?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You know what?
Yo,
Yo, they
then-
just made a rule that you can go out of high school and go to the
Yo,
G
it's
League.
already in the works, yo. That's why they did it, yo.
Yeah.
They easing it in, yo.
NCAA is not gonna be cool with just losing niggas to the G League constantly, yo. They not. They would rather them go straight to the league before letting them go straight to the G League. Yo.
Explain that.
Yo, cause these G League niggas, yo, you alright, take Jalen Green for example, right? Projected to be like the #1 pick in next year's draft. He goes
Age is not going to let them get exposed. Only thing you got to worry about is injury.
yeah, so he goes to the G League, you know, signs a contract for over $500,000. We're not even talking about endorsements and all the other shit he's gonna get.
Okay.
It's already agreement that he's going to be a certain pick.
Right. They pay if he chooses to. They pay for his school. He can still go to school and get his degree, take his classes and all that, while still being a pro athlete all day and night. You feel what I'm saying? He's still getting pro training. He's still getting pro meals. He's still getting all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck would I go to college?
Okay, so I'm an owner.
Mm-hmm.
I lose him to the G League. I'm pissed. All right.
No, the NBA is not pissed. The college is.
I'm a AD or whatever, right? Whatever. But I'm pissed because I lose him to the G League.
No, you're pissed because you just lost millions of dollars because he didn't come to your school.
Right. But I'm not pissed that I lost him to the league. It's the same fucking thing. I'm not.
But it's just the simple fact that the G League is a sub for NCAA. The NBA is just the next step up.
I get that, but what I'm saying is I lose the money either way. There is no win for me. If you go to the G League or if they just change the rules and let you go to the league. Either way, I lose. So there's no way I'm happy about either one.
But it's just a perception. Like, it's a perception.
Now,
it's a different perception if he goes straight to the NBA.
Now, this is a money thing. It's still a prestigious thing to go to a college and play for that college
it's only,
and represent.
And the thing about the G League thing, though, first of all, which y'all got to understand also, it's only about 7 players that's it's only a certain amount of $500,000 dollar contracts for guys that's in there, and those guys are already rated that they top 5 talents already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like 7 contracts for top 5 talent type guys. You know what I mean?
Listen, I get all of it.
So,
But as the NCAA, as a unit,
they don't want to
thing,
lose. The problem
lose.
is when they lose the 1, 2, and the first, second, and third player.
Yes.
If they lose the 5th and the 7th player, you know what I mean?
No, you're still mad.
We always lose at least 1 or 2. One go overseas, you know what I mean? Something happened, you know what I mean?
But
when
like
you
Brandon
lose the
Jennings,
first, I'm not disagreeing with you. When you lose the first, second, and third player, it's a problem to your whole product.
You'd have lost RJ. You'd have lost Zion. Neither one of them, go to Duke for what?
No, he's making an analogy.
Yeah, we talking about draft picks.
Okay.
Yeah, he's making an analogy.
Yeah. Like, you'd have lost all of them.
Come on, City Night, yo, you know better than that.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have lost all of them for real. And this really ain't even about, you feel me? It's about the money, but it's really more about the I just lost the word. The perception. More so. Because it's, like I said, it's almost like the G League is a substitute for the NCAA. Like you said, there's only a select few niggas that can really do it. Yeah. And that's understood.
Like you said, it's a perception. If you losing the top talent, drive, especially when they pan out, drives the NCAA product. When Zion was in college, the NCAA felt like it was back for a moment.
Yes,
you know
because we want to see.
Yeah. Right.
So if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, you gotta understand. These 7 are going to be spread out to the 200 and some
They got
odd
a
D1
after
schools.
that they got to manufacture a product.
Exactly.
Just like the teams that actually win the tournament end up manufacturing a team.
Right.
We got a team with 3 juniors, a senior, 1 good freshman that's coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Like that.
Like you're basically
back in the old school. The
basically
college really gonna have to appeal to
neutralizing-
basketball purists again.
You're neutralizing John Calipari, the person. You understand what I'm saying? When John Calipari shows up to your house, me and you have had this discussion. He's gonna hand you a folder.
Right.
He ain't gonna do a lot of talking, right?
Mhm.
What's this? Oh, these are the guys I put in the league in the last 10 years. There's
Right.
more than one page in there. You're going with him. But if you can come, if the G League comes to your house before I get there as John and say, yo, listen, we got a max contract. Can't go to the league.
Mhm.
We definitely gonna put about $500,000 in your pocket.
Right.
Now you want to lay low for a year, but then after that, you eligible for the draft, and then you get money again.
Mhm.
You've neutralized me as John Calipari because my whole shtick, my whole pitch is I can put you in the league. Just give me a year.
Right.
But now you're replacing the year that I promised you I would put you in the league.
With
You're replacing
legal
that with
money.
$500,000.
With legal.
Watch this.
With legal money.
$500,000 plus endorsements, plus I'm still gonna pay for you to go to school.
That's
All
legal.
I got
That,
is
that
school
they don't
money.
have to sneak to get because you're
Right.
really getting money, but
Right.
they don't have to
But-
sneak to get.
So you're neutralizing that. You're neutralizing the niggas in Kansas. Well, Kansas, but whatever. But you're neutralizing those people. So now I gotta go get this guy who was pretty decent,
Right.
and try to make him more. My whole everything depends on views, right? So the only reason I'm watching college basketball is because I want to see the next up and coming thing, right?
Right.
So if in fact, and especially that's why the NCAA tournament is on 4 fucking channels at the same time, right? Because everybody wants to see who's coming. Because as an enthusiast, as a fan,
Well. Actually, when it comes to the tournament, it's about bracketology. It has nothing. For people who really like basketball like that, it's about watching the next up and coming talent, and that's just the ones that like it, not the purists. The purists want to see the game, but for the ones that really just that like basketball, they want to see the up and coming talent. But for the masses, the NCAA tournament is about bracketology, so that part is not gonna go nowhere. But
I agree with that. But what I'm saying
so
is,
the
now I
only
don't have that anymore. As the NCAA,
bracketology not going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere, of course, because it's gambling. It's
Right.
a thing. But what I'm saying is, if I want to look at who's up and coming,
I'm not gonna see Zion in the tournament.
you're not. You're going to see him in the G League, and you're going to start. Now the G League gets my views. You understand? This is the world we live in. It's views.
But see, the counter argument that niggas make is the G League got so far of a trail to catch up on as far as even getting the type of TV publicity that the NCAA has. Like you said, March Madness come on fucking NCAA tournament on 4, 5, 6 channels at a time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
watch this.
And the
You
only-
put Zion in the G League, and every motherfucking game is going.
But
Yo,
this-
do you understand when I was in
All of his games are going to be shown.
When I was in Bahrain,
All of his games gonna be shown.
But here's the thing:
But
I got
so
the
the
first
only way-
7 niggas.
only way-
so all
only
of
way-
their games are going to be.
The
coming.
only way they're going to show Jalen Green games is if he show out in the G League. They're not going.
he'll be having to give niggas 40 a night.
They might.
For this game one time.
No, just 20.
Nah,
Just 20.
Hold on.
No, because they spread it out, and they're not going to work him that bad for him to get to automatically
But
get
what if it's
40
effortless?
If it's effortless, damn right they're going to show it. This little nigga Jordan, yo.
Okay, so I'm a Mellow real quick. Mellow real quick.
Yo,
Mellow
if Shorty
real
go
quick.
to the G League and get 40 a night with them
Mellow.
animals down that bitch, he is Jordan.
Listen, Mellow, and I will never forget it. Mellow went through the NCAA tournament, knocking motherfuckers off with a childish smile on his face because it was the shit he was doing to people was effortless.
Because he was the cat that could have went race to the league.
Right. So what I'm saying is the
And
same
he chose
person
to go
you're
to college.
talking about is going to go to the G League and it's going to be effortless because I've already beaten guys like you.
No, you haven't.
Shit.
No, you haven't. I'm not saying Melo wouldn't have killed in the G League, but what I'm saying is
they're still grown men.
the cats in the NCAA tour. Put it like this: the best G League team.
But when
No. The middle of the road G League team is running through the NCAA tournament. Running through it.
I give you that. I have no argument for that. But what I'm saying is about
They might get clipped by the best coach team or something like that. With a whole bunch of seniors. Maybe.
I'm with you.
But they running through that tournament.
But what I'm saying
they're gonna look like UNLV out there.
To go for yo, funny as shit, yo.
Because they had a bunch of grown men on that bitch.
Yo, and you was young when it happened. Yo, these niggas look like they pulled niggas out of the plant. Like out of a coal mine. And all these young ass freshman niggas. Yo, you 27 years old. This all you got. These motherfuckers had this and gold teeth and baby mothers. And they is running through niggas. And on top of that, we might beat your motherfucking ass with the hands
Greg
at the same time.
Greg Anthony, Nino Brown, they point guard. You know what I mean?
Yo, that team, okay, real quick, I know it's a sidebar. That team, yo, when you saw them take the court, you'll be like, but they playing teachers versus kids? Because they look like, your man Grandma Ma looked like, put like this, he looked like he had been through everything life had to offer as a freshman.
No, he was never a freshman. He came from JUCO.
That's right. That's right.
He came from JUCO,
so
we don't know where he came from.
This
How about
nigga
that?
came from a JUCO.
We don't know how old he was or nothing.
Yo,
grown man.
At one point, you might have been like, yo, I think the nigga got grandkids. Because he was just like all of them. All five of them niggas. And when I say they was, you see niggas with their kid body in the NCAA. Motherfucking Kevin Durant.
Their guards was little though, but they look like they was thugs. They look like thugs.
Right, but Larry Johnson, put like this: Larry Johnson body in college, and Larry Johnson body in Charlotte was the same fucking body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He just wore a t-shirt in college.
That's it. He wore the t-shirt. Yo, still had the gold slug and all. That shit was fucking. I was like, yo, they need to test these niggas. They on some, because they just look, but they were so, Ricky, they were so big and so powerful. Like, they was just, yeah. Like, I promise you, if you watch the joint,
it was an attitude disposition for real.
It was,
yo.
and
there was more of that shit, yo, for real.
Because
if you go back and watch, you gonna be like, these skinny ass niggas and shit, yo, for real, yo. It was the shit, yo.
Yo, they had an attitude like they beat segregation. Like, they went through some shit. Like, I mean, I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm not even making jokes. Like, these niggas was just, it's like you go down the park and you about to hoop and they got an old head team down there and know what they're doing.
That second year they had to play Duke, yo, in the semifinals, though. Duke got at their ass, yo.
Had to, because that first year.
They fucked Duke up in that fucking finals, yo.
Duke, oh. Yeah.
Bobby Hurley, Erling and shit in the halftime and shit. Yeah.
I'm not.
But shit, that's about it, ain't it?
The team photo looked like class of '76. Motherfucking reunion.
I wanted to speak on. I was talking to him about this earlier for us. So they came out with the all-time list for each team in the East Conference.
Hold on. We need to speak on that.
Go ahead, speak on it.
So Golden State's all-time list, man. I have an issue.
Pull it up. Show it to him, yo.
Like,
you gotta put that nigga in the light.
You know, I don't have a problem with Steph. You know, Clay's on there, KD's on there.
This is the Golden State all-time team.
I'm listening.
Clay, Steph, KD.
Wilt's on there.
Wilt.
And the problem I have is Draymond Green is the power forward on that team. It's no way, in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna tell me Draymond Green is better than Chris Webber, yo. You're not gonna do that, yo.
All right.
You're not gonna do that, yo.
On the Golden State all-time list, Draymond Green belongs on the Golden State all-time list over Draymond Green. You understand what I'm saying?
You're saying that
over Chris Webber.
I mean, over Chris Webber.
Draymond
Draymond belongs on an all-time Golden State list
How?
over because of his impact on the Golden State Warriors.
Because he got a ring?
Because he got a ring and he got a run of being. First of all, he was an all-star on that team. A couple years, all-star on that team.
He only made 2.
That's a couple too. He's been an all-star on that team. He's a champion on that team, and he's for real. Draymond Green is the he the heart and soul of that team, yo.
That's what that mean. Yo.
Him and Steph, it mean a lot, yo. They can't win without Draymond, yo.
That's true, but at the same time,
In order for them to win without Draymond, they would have to replace him with a whole different exceptional talent. They had to replace him with like a superstar, yo.
How you figure?
Who else can they replace Draymond with and them be still a great team?
A nigga who can pass the ball and rebound.
Who is that?
A lot of niggas.
No, it's not. It's not a lot of niggas that can impact the game, run that offense from the power forward center position, and them still be a great team, yo. It's not a lot of niggas that can do that.
Hey,
that flip that team inside out. It's not.
Watch this, and I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah, they get like Greek freak or something. Right?
I agree with you.
Blake Griffin.
But I do understand what you're saying.
You gotta get Blake or something.
I've always said, Draymond, like Steph is the engine. He starts the car, he drives the car.
Steph is
but Draymond,
Steph the big gun, yo.
But no, hold on. I'm getting somewhere with it. Steph is the engine. Draymond is the transmission. You understand what I'm saying? They go as Draymond go. But Steph does whatever. But if you replace Draymond, hold on, watch this.
You play with Chris Webber, nigga, they don't fucking lose, yo.
That was what I was going to do. You've been in my head tonight.
But Chris Webber only played for that organization for a certain amount of time, and he didn't have an impact on that team. Nobody's saying that Draymond Green is better than Chris Webber.
That's my. Then what are we?
But on the Golden State all-time list, he belongs on. Just like
I don't believe that.
Just like on the Lakers, just like on the Lakers all-time list. I don't know who they had at the center.
Please pull it.
I think they found a way to squeeze Shaq and Kareem on there or something. And some bullshit like that. But if you're saying who is the greatest Lakers center, that's Shaq. If you're saying who's the greater center, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay. The point of the list is the best players that ever played for this team. It's not did you
That's
what the fucking thing is.
Yeah, they got Kareem at the 4, Shaq at the 5.
What I'm saying is
they stretching to put both of them on there. They stretching the list. It's a badly compilated list.
Because they are the best player. They are two of the 5 best players in Lakers history, yo.
Chris Webber well, with that being said, yeah, I can see that. But as a Golden State Warrior, Chris Webber was not a better Warrior than Draymond Green.
He wasn't a better basketball player in a Golden State uniform than Draymond, yo?
No.
Okay. Yo,
I don't care if you look at stats, because if he was, this
know
nigga y'all talking about,
he
he would have took him to the playoffs or something.
Who?
Chris Webber.
That team was trash. You think Draymond's gonna have that same impact on the trash? You put Draymond in goddamn.
Wasn't Latrell Sprewell on that team with him for that year?
Did you say for that year?
All I'm saying is
His rookie year, at that.
And they traded him.
Yo,
they traded him, yo.
This my thing, yo.
Okay, so when he got to Sacramento with Peja,
that's 2 teams later.
2 teams.
He went to the Wizards. I mean, to the Bullets/Wizards after that.
And he was a murderer.
He didn't become who he was until to Sacramento, though. He wasn't a consummate all-star.
Him and Jawan was throwing each other oops the whole
I'm not saying they didn't play well, yo. All I'm saying is, as a Golden State Warrior, Chris Webber was a better NBA player for a career, but as a Golden State Warrior, his impact as a Golden State Warrior was not more impactful than what's the name? We can start getting to the Tupac debate with this shit if you want to. Because Tupac might not have been the better rapper than a lot of niggas, but him as an artist was more impactful than a lot of niggas.
Agreed.
Draymond Green is the Tupac of Golden State.
I think you took it too far.
No, I didn't.
I really feel
It's the perfect analogy.
I think it went too
It's the perfect analogy.
It's definitely too far.
It's the perfect analogy. Draymond Green is the Pac of Golden State, not of the NBA, of Golden State.
Man,
The talking, everything. The people not liking him. Some people appreciate him. That I know what I'm
All right,
talking
so
about.
all right, let me do this.
what Chuck said, triple single. That's
Oh,
what he averaged
average
this year.
triple single this year.
8, 6, and 6.
You're not gonna carry your team, yo.
Get out of my
You can't give me 10
head.
points.
But guess what?
You can't give me 10
Guess what?
points.
Guess what? Chris Webber killed and the team ain't do no better than that.
Yo,
Blah, 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 blah.
listen to what I'm saying.
Chris Webber put up better stats than that and still ain't make his team better,
Okay,
yo.
so take Draymond out and put Chris Webber on that on them teams, yo. You really think that they lose, yo? You really think they go 7?
Take Draymond out this past year and put Chris Webber on there and the team doing the same shit.
They win more games than 12.
No, they doing the same shit. They still bad. They still not a
Yeah,
playoff
they
team.
gonna be
All right then, yo. Come on,
But
yo.
he's
Hey,
not
yo.
gonna go out there. He's
Hey, yo.
not gonna be the main nigga and average 8, 6, and 6, yo. He's not gonna do it.
Draymond wasn't the main nigga, yo.
Who is then? Who? Nobody else is out here.
Draymond wasn't the main nigga, but as a Golden State Warrior,
You are sometimes the product of your environment.
as a Golden State
Trent
Warrior, as a Golden State Warrior, Draymond Green was more impactful to that organization than Chris Webber.
You know what? Here's where I'm going to let you be and you win. Because you know I'm Google.
Mhm.
He only played there 1 year.
Got traded.
So at the end of the day, you win on my back, not on Ricky's back. I'm speaking for me. You win because in that one season, you can't have the impact of a nigga that played for 6 seasons.
This like saying,
But if
to
you-
me, this like saying that Kobe one of the greatest Charlotte Hornets because he put a hat on.
See, now you're taking it too far again. I just said I gave it to you.
He never played a minute in Charlotte, yo.
It don't matter. It do not matter. It do not matter because if Kobe only played for the Lakers for 1 year, his rookie year, and they got traded to Charlotte and became the second best two guard of all time in Charlotte, we couldn't say he was one of the greatest Lakers of all time.
I'm just saying.
Could you? Could you?
I give you that.
All right then, y'all. Argument over, y'all.
Better than
Hold
Chris
up.
Mullin.
Y'all made me argue, y'all.
He took his team to the playoffs, actually.
He took the Warriors to the playoffs that 1 year.
Yeah. He averaged 15, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 9 assists.
How much Latrell Sprewell averaged that year?
7 rebounds.
How much Latrell Sprewell averaged that year?
I'm just saying.
How much Latrell Sprewell averaged that year?
Okay, let's do the trial then.
Yo, he's a rookie, yo. He just averaged.
How much Latrell Sprewell averaged that year, y'all?
And he averaged 17.
No, he was actually the rookie of the year, and Chris Webber was one of my favorite players. But all I'm saying is he's not one of the greatest Warriors.
But you said he didn't.
That's
take them to
and I was
playoffs.
wrong about that. But I'm still not coming off of him being one of the greatest Warriors.
I just conceded that
All
he
right.
can't be.
But
Because he only gave you
but
1
all I'm
year.
saying is now go back to what Latrell Sprewell
I'm
did that year.
about to do it right now.
Because the only thing that stopped Latrell Sprewell from being one of the greatest Warriors of all time was choking a nigga.
So what about Chris Mullin?
Oh,
You
let's
don't
see.
think Chris
What
Mullin
year?
belonged
90,
to this year?
93,
Hell
93, 94, right? He averaged 21, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 4.7 assists.
No, I just asked him, do Chris Mullin belong in the list?
Motherfucking
He told me
right.
yeah. So you gotta take Draymond out of the list then.
They ain't had Chris Mullin on that?
No, he just told you.
Oh, no.
Steph, Clay,
I would
Kevin,
I would take
Draymond, Wilt.
I would take Draymond off there for Mullin.
That's what I'm saying.
I would
Yo,
do that.
it's,
But not Chris Webber though.
Okay, I agree.
All right.
But hell, what about Mitch Richmond?
You can't put Mitch over Clay. You can't put him over Steph. And you ain't putting him over Wilt. If they count Wilt, they can't. Yeah.
all I'm saying, I don't believe Draymond. I'm not taking away his impact to that team and that organization since he's been there. I'm not saying that. As a basketball player though, and as one of the
Yeah, you gotta give it to Mitch.
Best
In the
players,
3 years he was there, he averaged 22, 22, and 24.
For how many years he was there?
3. I just read them.
That's a
is
part
not
of what's
long
going
enough.
on. That's a part. That's a part of the criteria.
Kevin was only there for 3.
but
Kevin was there for 3.
he won rings there,
Kevin
yo.
who?
He was a finals
The
MVP
right.
there.
I get that, but I'm just saying, when you say how long has he been there, Mitch was there for 3.
But that's the
Yeah,
difference,
but he
though.
just averaged 22 and did nothing. My man came and won 2 rings. Would have got 3, 2 times final MVP.
They don't got
Right.
Tim Hardaway on there either, yo. Like that.
'Cause
The
you know,
reason they
you
don't
know-
have them 3 on there is because this iteration of Golden State they won 3 rings.
Yeah, BD down on there, Steve Jack down
It's
on
that
there.
simple, yo.
Steve Jack not gonna be on there.
I know you're not gonna be. I'm just saying, like none.
BD could definitely do the work in there.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna make it over.
He wasn't gonna be
10,
on that, right? He won't make it over. Like he said, Tim Hardaway, and then Tim Hardaway behind Steph.
Let's see. Tim Hardaway, Golden State. He averaged 14, 22, 23, 21, 20. And then 14 again.
He not gonna be able to step up. It's just not gonna happen.
9 rebounds, 10 rebounds, 10 rebounds, 10.6 rebounds, 9.3 rebounds. I mean, assists. My bad.
On a 3-point record 1 year, break it the next year, and then break it the next year with 400 of them guys.
God damn, he did.
Unanimous MVP.
Mitch Richmond probably would be closer to getting on the Kings all-time list than he would be on the.
That Run TMC team was so vicious.
But he probably would be closer to being the Mitch Richmond on the Kings is the one that Mike Jordan says is his biggest, toughest guy to play against.
I've never heard him say that.
Look it up, and that's how we gonna end it. Look it up.
Oh, well, before we do that, I got one more thing I want to bring up.
What's that?
Oh, hold on, real quick. By the way, Kawhi's on the all-time Clipper list already.
God damn, that's
Just wanted to
that-
bring it up.
And see, and that's the bullshit.
that's more of an indictment
And
of the
he's on the Toronto list.
That's more of the indictment of the organizations than it is of the listing of the players.
Explain.
The Clippers is shit as an organization forever. That's an indictment on their organization that a player can play on there for 3/4 of the season and be on their all-time list.
Motherfucker, do you realize that the Clippers at one point had Coutinho, Mobley, and
Exactly, yeah.
No, he's not Kawhi.
The point that the
It's only
first
been there 6
yo,
months.
listen to what you just said, yo. The fact that Coutinho Mobley was the first player that came to your mind for the Clippers organization is another indictment on the Clippers organization.
Was there.
Hey, you did it again.
Kawhi's
Lamar done won a ring with goddamn the Lakers.
Hey, but you did it again, yo. You did it again. You couldn't even name 2 Hall of Famers out of the gate, yo. Kawhi is a lock Hall of Famer. And once again, 3/4 of the season, a nigga shouldn't be able to make your team list, but that's an indictment on the organization, not the player or the listing.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people you can put on that list.
You're going to end up having to put Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson never played for the Clippers.
Yes, he did. Like one of the years they made the playoffs back in the day, Ron Harper, Mark Jackson. You remember that team? Ron Harper, Mark Jackson, Danny Manning.
I remember Danny Manning being there.
Yeah.
So why Danny Manning didn't make the team?
He probably should have made the team.
That's my point. There's other people that could have made the team.
But he's probably one of the only guys that I feel like can be left off of that team. Huh?
Chris Paul, Kawhi, Blake, Elton Brand, Bob McAdoo.
The Kawhi shit is weird, but they feel they got him signed for 3 years. So that's they got Kawhi on there because he got a contract.
Potential.
But yo, what was that thing you was saying, man? Come on, man.
It was it's not really a thing, but it's just funny. So Mike Tyson gets himself together, right?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought this up. That's it. Thank you, y'all.
He gets himself together. He goes from a fat nigga to that nigga, right?
Cut up. HGH all day, every day.
Hey yo, one more HGH, yo. I swear to God, yo.
Nigga talking about he went and got the Kobe blood spin, yo. But go ahead. Which is HGH. We'll go ahead.
Anyway, nigga. So
Wait till I get my shit.
like everybody
I'm gonna
is
have my
now.
fucking Ease right here when I get my HGH and shit.
Everybody now wants to come out of retirement. And the thing is, what kills me is people forget why they retired. So Mike
Because
retired.
they didn't have other 50-year-old niggas to fight.
But here's the crazy part that I kind of, it is fucked up, but it's not fucked up. So the heavyweight division is so bullshit, right?
Right.
That, and this is just my prediction. Mike fighting Shannon Brace, which somebody actually showed me, one of the guys at my job showed me, that's a real thing, that's happening. And then Evander's like, yo, I want smoke too.
Evander need to sit down.
And I'm like, how bad is the heavyweight division that we're actually pumped to see Mike versus Shannon, who's 48, and then Mike versus Evander, and then they're saying, hell, I think Mike, this is just the talk, this is not my talk, I think Mike can deal with a top heavyweight.
Tyson
No.
Hey,
My-
yo, chill out.
That is my issue. That is my only and biggest issue with all of this shit is the fact that they talking about some Mike Tyson Fury shit. No.
I ain't gonna lie, Tyson Fury
No.
put a pause on that.
No.
Hold on,
No.
real quick.
Not that one.
Hold on, real
Not that
Real
one,
quick,
yo.
before we finish this, the LA Clippers 2000 roster, which was their best roster. Earl Boykins, Keon Doolin. Keon was not a bad player.
Niggas forgotten in NBA history.
Okay, Corey Maggette, Jeff McGinnis.
I'm gonna say Keon Dooley a 1%er. That's all I'm saying.
Look,
He
Corey
definitely
Maggette.
a 1%er, but
Jeff McGinnis,
Compared
Darius Miles.
don't Darius Miles. That nigga was trash, yo. Remember, once again,
Not in
he was
the
trash for a
Clippers.
1%er.
He was not trash in the Clippers. Then you got Lamar Odom, Quentin Richardson.
He wasn't trash. He ain't never developed into where he could have been.
I think Lamar
That
Odom
trash
is
shit.
underrated, too.
I can't
You think he's
put that on
underrated?
him.
Okay, so when Lamar Odom came out of
No, look, let me take it back. Let me rewind to the Lamar Odom thing because I put some shit on his jacket a couple frames ago that I shouldn't have put on there when I was saying the shit up. Well, basically when we was going through the list of people with Kawhi.
Okay.
But Lamar Odom was a Hall of Fame talent, unrealized.
I don't think so.
He really was right there. He's one of the guys that's right outside the Hall of Fame. Like he had Hall of Fame talent, but he would never get in.
But at the Clippers, everybody knew he was an issue.
Right, and then
But
in
they
Miami,
just
and then
fucked it up.
no, and in Miami he was 20-10 in Miami. The issue was he ain't get to finish that dominance. Like just became a guy when he went to LA. Then he started falling off towards that time when he was supposed to cement his career. You know what I mean? But he definitely was a Hall of Fame talent.
20
Yo.
years ago, he was 7. Lamar Odom used to do KG shit. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, we both watched it. Lamar Odom in the Clippers could handle the pill, pat the pill. This right here was gravy. The 3-point line wasn't really.
You said
a big
KD
thing.
shit?
KG shit.
Nah, he actually was more skilled than KG, yo.
Yo, listen, Lamar Odom was gonna grab the board off the board, run the break, or get his own bucket. Like, listen, Lamar Odom was talented, yo.
Lamar Odom was closer to a.
He wasn't Kevin Durant, yo.
No, listen to me. He was closer to a poor man's version of damn near LeBron or somebody like that. Yes, he was. Then a KG.
What I'm saying
He
is
started compartmentalizing his game as his career went along. Like he became more of a versatile full-time big man than you know what I mean, a point forward at a certain point in time when he went to LA and started playing under a certain system.
He came out of Rhode Island, right?
But he was a full-fledged point forward, yo.
he's definitely he was the true definition of a point forward.
Yeah, he was a
What I'm saying is, when you say niggas you can put on a team
yeah.
for the Clippers, Elton Brand, he did a lot of work with the Clippers.
He on there.
Lamar Odom, he did a lot of work with the Clippers.
It's not gonna make it over.
That's not where his best work was, though. His best work was Miami and LA. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
His best work was LA when he was playing third fiddle.
But I'm saying, but like I said, his best work was when he was in Miami, when he was playing with a young D Wade, and he was actually the guy on the team.
He didn't get a ring with D Wade.
I didn't say he won a ring.
No,
They went to the playoffs.
I was asking.
No. He went to the playoffs. But they looked like they was up and coming, and that's when the team got broke up and Shaq ended up coming in, and then that's what made the trade attractive for LA was what Odom was in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is, there's a lot of niggas you could put on that Clipper team that gave a lot more years and a lot more buckets and a lot more work.
The Kawhi, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right.
But the
He
organization,
went to Rhode Island.
but the organization has been so trash.
Yeah, I haven't heard not one decent nigga. I ain't gonna say not decent nigga. I haven't heard one nigga that is even comparable to Kawhi. Yeah.
Right. And he under contract, so that's what they
But
feel.
what I'm saying is, yo, I get that what you're saying,
I get what
but you
you're saying.
haven't put the work in yet.
I'm not
You're
disagreeing with
currently
you.
putting the work in.
I'm not disagreeing with you, and the debate is strong. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand why certain organizations shit look like that, because they've been such trash organizations.
His level of talent just so
Like if Kawhi played for the Celtics right now,
he wouldn't be on it.
he wouldn't be on that.
What's that?
These are Lamar's career stats. I stand corrected. I apologize, and I will not say Lamar's name no more.
What?
Lamar has never averaged more than 17 points a year.
The average 17 points a game in the NBA is, that's
He's a point forward.
yeah, that's respect.
I'm just saying, because of the team, him, Elton Brand, Kenyon.
But what's his best year, though?
His best year was 01 points wise, 01 with the Clippers. He came 1999, 2000.
What he doing in Miami?
He was only there a year. He did 17.1. His best year was 17.2. Like,
But that's where he floated around that amount.
nah, he only played for, I didn't know he played for Dallas. He went back to the Clippers. Yeah.
Them years don't count though. Them Dallas, that's crack years.
But what I'm saying is, you know what? I can't say nothing because I figured it would be either Lamar, Elton Brand, Ken Doolin, not Michael Olave. He was trash. Yo, he used to do work in goddamn.
So they had Ken Doolin on the list?
Yo, you keep saying a bunch of niggas' names that.
Nobody quotes Keon Doolin, and we done for the night, yo. Nobody's ever bringing. You might be the only nigga I ever heard bring Keon Doolin up, yo. No disrespect to Keon Doolin because he'll bust my ass.
I used to play with them niggas on 2K, yo.
It must have been something, yo. It must have been something,
I
yo.
used to use the Clippers
For
on
you to
2K,
bring up
yo.
Keon Doolin
I
randomly, yo.
used to hit the random
A
button 5
Keon
times and
Doolin
shit and land
reference.
on the Clippers.
Once again, no disrespect to Keon Doolin. Shout out to Keon Doolin if you watch this because he'll bust my ass. But also,